Welcome, everyone. My head doesn't hurt enough yet, so I'm going to bang it into this wall called M21 again. That's what it's been feeling like largely so far for me, but Magic is still fun, especially when I can do it hanging out with a bunch of awesome people in chat and knowing that a bunch of my awesome YouTube friends are going to catch this later. Hi, YouTube friends. Anyway, yeah, we just 0-3'd, which if you are catching my drafts in sequence on YouTube, you also know. And if not, sorry, spoilers, we 0-3'd the last draft. But that just means we have a lot of extra time on today's stream, so we're diving back in today, and we're going to see if we can and make a different deck work. We tried a tutelage deck, and we got schooled, indeed, and learned that lesson. And if you've not yet learned the lesson of excellent retail Magic experiences that is provided by CardKingdom.com, you can take your first lesson by clicking on my affiliate link down in the panels below. It'll take you to CardKingdom.com. They're my sponsor. A lot of you people here from the Raid or from Loading Ready Run, and I know they sponsor LRR as well. So all under the Card Kingdom umbrella around here, and what a great location to get all of your physical Magic needs taken care of. If you're ever in the need for something for your physical game, please check out Card Kingdom via my affiliate link and let them know you got there from here. Helps keep me on the air, right? Because certainly I'm not staying on the air by winning drafts right now. Going for game win number 1 on the day. Let's see what this draft holds for us. It's going to be a tutelage in the uncommon slot again, and I'm going to have to face it. Nope. All right. Scorching Dragonfire jumps out at me as an obvious first pickable card. So does Eliminate. I don't know this rare, though. What is this? Jolreal. 1/2 for 2. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a cat creature token. Okay. So it's a draw 2 build around. Do you like it more than just taking a Dragonfire, though? I think we just take Dragonfire. Green does have draw. I also like Dragonfire because it's the only good mono red card in the pack. This is fine, but it's not great. Fenner wants to try the rare. All right, fine. Everybody in chat wants to do this. I'm so at the end of my rope with this format, I don't even care anymore. You all want to try this? Fine, whatever. All right, let's try and make this work then. Training will help do that if we want to take that. What's the... We want to go blue, right? We were trying to do green-blue with this. You want to take Uprising? It certainly works with this if we can pour on the 4 power. Trample is a big game, but we could probably wheel this. I just selected it because it was the obvious place to start. But there's a finishing blow here as well. Uprising is bad. Uprising is great. That's funny. I should turn this one all over to chat. Since I can't even do any, I should just like put every pick to a vote, but it takes too long to do, unfortunately. Well, we're doing science stuff, and this says draw a card for this. I'll take it. Whatever. We'll try and stick green here to work with this. But now I just want a Stitcher or a Feat. We could do Feat. Only today. Or there's a Shock still in the pack. If we want to do... Power 4 or greater, getting into red, not the worst idea. Yeah, I'll just take the Shock. If we're trying this. Hunter's Edge over the Sanctum or the Colossal. Really? You want Colossal over Edge? I like the 6/6, of course. I think it's fine, but I want to take the removal first. Ogre helps with the 4 power thing. If we stick with the red, we can also get a Cultivate to work the multicolor angle. Magmut to remember the pinging. People have not loved Cultivate from what I've heard, but I haven't really played it yet. I've had it in my green pile, but didn't run it. Well, we're not really going deep. We're trying to draw cards and make this whole thing work. Kind of want to take the Mutt here. Or the Ogre, yeah. I'm actually going to take the Mutt. 2 drops. I like the 2 drops. And here we're going to Vision. And one of these is in our opening pack. We might get another one on the wheel. This is our final pack before the wheel. There's a Thrill that works with Jolrael. And Sage is also more payoffs for the draw 2. These are both kind of equivalently whatever and equivalently likely to find them later. I still think we see a lot of Thrills going around, though, so I'm going to take the Sage, because I feel like Thrills are going later than Sages from what I've seen. But maybe I'm just I'm being affected by very recent results. All right, our Avenger came back. Oh, I remember those birds. I definitely like the Reach, and I don't mind a Sage. The real question is just what are we expecting? What are we more expecting to come back? Kerr. Kerr is fine. Feels weak, but I suppose I would play more Kerrs than I would Sure Strikes. Yeah, I'm with the doesn't seem fine. I think our lane is pretty clear though. We'll take a Dreadmaw here and be happy about that. I would maybe play this Sanctum even, but we're happy that the Maw came back. Looks like at least we're in a good lane here, maybe. Yeah, this is 11 strong cards to start out a deck. All right, Ogre came back. Cyclops may be playable. I'd rather just have another Dreadmaw if we can find one. And Gadrak is great as a 3-drop 4+ power. Here's another Dreadmaw. Surge is interesting. It's kind of a combat trick. We saw one Dreadmaw wheel. Do you want to try and wheel the other and just take the Surge? Or are we even really happy with the Surge? That's the thing. Yeah, I almost rather have a Sabercat if we're going to try and wheel the Dreadmaw. Let's look. Yeah, and the curve is pretty low at 4. I like Sabercat. And like... Oh no, I thought she might have some cat combo that works, but it doesn't matter. Pteranodon is great. Slots right in at 2. And we could even attack with it off of Ogre or the Rare. Another Dread Mob and another Hunter's Edge. We can also take the off-color, or the half-color playable gems, but I'll take removal. Can take this dinosaur that goes well with our 2 Hunter's Edges. Punching people with Death Touch is a good way to win combat, you know, kill creatures, but Kinetic Augur is pretty great. Let's take this. Yeah, this is better for other, for the instant sorcery thing. This is going to be fine for us with the punching we've got. Another Visionary showing up pretty late. Nice. This is only pack 2, and I think we're going to have a deck at the end of it. More removal. Boy, maybe we just want a Ranger's Guile at this point to... protect it. Protect our stuff. Have one of these in here over another one of these right now. I'm going to take Perfect Fixing over a second Guile, though. Dreadmaw did come back, and we'll take it. I'm going to cut this Brute. I think just the natural Dreadmaws are where we want to be at. Don't think we're doing Meteorite when we have the Visionaries ramping us. Our stuff getting trampled doesn't suck, but Dreadmaws already have it. This draws cards, though, and triggers Joel Ral, so we'll probably play it. I don't think I want a second Cur. Vine kind of does the same thing as Crash Through for our deck, except it... yeah, see, Führer, I still think should go about last pick. I don't know. Crushed us today. Well, 3-pack deck was called, so no need for Ugin. All right, all right. I think we can... And we're even ramping, too, with the Visionaries and the Avengers. Yes. It's not even science. It's just straight up good. With double Avenger, double Visionary. Yes, please. Scorching Dragonfire is going to beat out Sanctum. Or Soulseer is... well, what do you like? 3 for 2 or 5 for 3? Probably 5 for 3, right? And also loses Indestructible. This feels like it just kills everything in the set, right? Another one. I want this and I want this, but I'm not going to pass removal. It's kind of what we need. Really want to take a Cur over the Weird here for curve considerations. I have second Cur. Oh, I do. You're right. I should put this in the deck. Not playing either. We might play Curs if we're super desperate, but I should take a Weird here. Land on spec. I guess there's a possibility we would find something to splash in white from here. I think it's pretty unlikely, but pretty bad pack, so we can take the hedge. Same thing here. I think I like an Arsonist over a Cur, over a Jungle Hollow, over a Weird. Here we go. This is really the 2-drop we're looking for. Some free gems here, but we're going for wins. Because we needed this. You want a 3rd Avenger or a 1st Training? Brian wants the Training. Some people want the Training here. But I think 3rd Avenger is still correct. Yeah, with the Ugin. Pride Malkin can oh, we can scry that track down, and when you have a bomb like Ugin, track down isn't the worst. I just like Pride Malkin turning on these Pteranodons. And it is a draw. I'm going to take it because it also draws for a Jolrael. Well, here's the white cards we can splash. Tell me about it, D. Damn indeed. We'll just take a Pride Malkin here over getting into the Sanctums. And a Snout here. Boy, we got some cuts. Really, I still like the Malkin because of the double Pteranodons. But maybe I'm overvaluing. Yeah. Oops. All right. Let's first check our numbers overall. 21 creatures, 11 non. What are we cutting? The things we want to support are ramping to Ugin and drawing cards for Jolrael. And yeah, I think we can cut a Truffle Snout. It's not really lining up with what we're trying to do here. Maybe even the Mauler can go. Yeah, I like letting the Arsonist go and a Mauler go. Crash, I'm reticent to cut because we are trying to do this. Like, I want to see, you know, the things that get us kitties. So I'm going to put those over here as a reminder. And actually, let me get to this view as well, so you all can see a little better. This is kind of doing double duty, but helps with the draw. You can even cut a Cur. And yeah, so this isn't a ton of draw, which is why I really like, maybe we just, do we give up? We could cut Jolrael and crash through. Even when the twos are garbage. Ogre isn't worth it. Maybe it is a cut. We gotta find some cuts, but yes, I agree. I was being hyperbolic when I said garbage, but certainly like a third Cur feels like, not that we have one. Do we cut a guile? Yeah, I like cutting the sage. Can track down miss. It's tough. We may have to stubbornly put a land on top to get the draw, but we can't go to... yeah, Brian, I hear you, but we could potentially go to 16 with all the fixing, but I'm not going to 15. Track down good, uprising bad. Let's talk about uprising then. When Garrick's Uprising enters the battlefield, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. Creatures you control have trample whenever a creature with... I don't know. I think we'll get our value out of this in the end. What will I draw with it? What do you mean, Mensch? Which one? The track down or the uprising? All right, we're close. Maybe we do need, with this Ugin here, we can let go. Maybe we do cut an Avenger. Do we run all Avengers? What about cutting an Avenger? This goes here. Yeah, I was clinging to the Death Touch because of the Hunter's Edge, but maybe I need to let that go. And we can bring back in the Avenger. A lot of calls to cut the Ogre. I think I'll finally do it, even though I'm not loving it. But yeah, 5 hits. Six hits. Is 6 enough to support it? Like, we could cut the Uprising, but then again, see, and then I want to cut the kitty. This just... I don't know. This doesn't feel like it's doing much. I would rather... Like, if we're trying to defend... Like, if we need to play all of our early drops because we're trying to defend, then I like playing the Arsonist instead. And... is this enough? We have... What's our early interaction? Arsonist, Shock, Magmut, Kerr, 2 Pteranodon, 6 pieces of early action into, like, Soulseer. Uprising play pattern, play it and draw cards, and then be happy. How is the rare worse than a Kerr? Well, this pumps. This does some stuff at 6 mana, but this can do some stuff at 2 mana. Yeah, maybe we can cut a Guile. I don't want to cut any more. No, we're not cutting a Dreadmaw. And we want this rare back. What does this do? I guess it tries to do some stuff with the Uprising. Boy, Mensch is on the warpath over this uprising. That's true. The Visionaries draw cards, and I wasn't thinking about that. That makes me feel a lot better, actually. Yeah. When I was counting my card draws, I did not count Visionary, and it's a very significant source of kitties. So, yeah, we cut an edge too. You could make the argument for cutting the land with 5 mana producers and a track down. I'm going to play 1 Arsonist, 1 Cur. I think Arsonist does the job Cur is trying to do in many ways a lot better. I think we can do it. It seems crazy to go to 16 when you have an 8 drop, but when you have 5 creatures that are producing mana, you can get away with it. And let's see, I'm going to actually cut a forest because we have Shock and Arsonist for turn 1. All right, that was a tough build, but only because the deck has a lot of potential, I think. But we only have to do it twice to be happy, Mensch. I think that's what you're missing. You seem outraged that I'm willing to run this off of only, quote, only 6. I mean, we could bring back the Ogre, like Ogre for Pride Malkin. I know these help turn on the Pteranodon, but here, as one concession to Mensch, I'm going to add a 7th 4-drop to the deck. But Mensch, I think you're over fretting how much needs to happen for us to be happy with the value here. I feel like we just need to get 2 cards and we'll be happy. No, it's not. And it doesn't, Fenor. What we're talking about is triggering Uprising. Casting a Drowsing Pteranodon and then casting the thing on it does not at any point trigger the Uprising you have in play. So I'm going to try this. A lot of strong opinions. A lot of people pushing back on some of my choices here. But that's good. Means there's stuff to talk about. Ugin. Let's work the spirit angle here. Smells like something spirit. We need something in here that rhymes with teen. Not a very good rhyme, but I'll go with it. Oh, how about this? Smells like green spirit. A lot of people still want different choices for this deck, but we're going to run with it here, see what we can do. And what do y'all think? If I were to play this out 1,000,000 times, what would my average win count be? Keeping this. Mill deck was a results disaster. Yes, with some time, this could kill our Gadrak. So, this was going to be this Pride Malkin. We switched it at the last minute to this. And we have, yeah, Ogre into Uprising. Can we two-spell this turn? Not really. So we'll just take the Ogre. Could have played another Visionary too, but let's get the try to get the Uprising going. And you can do it. The thing with the Uprising is the sequencing doesn't matter too much, although if they kill the Ogre out from under us, it matters, right? But I'm going to make them have that. It wouldn't be dead. Mensch, settle down. Like, it sits here and waits for your 4 power. It's not like, I mean, I get that there's some risk, but you seem really wildly down on this in a way I don't like. Mensch, settle. It's all right. There's some risk to it. It's on the edge, but it's fine. It's fine in our deck. I hope you're not leaving, Mensch. You're one of my favorites. I hope you still hang with us. If you're just going silent, that's fine. I'm not trying to... I hope I didn't drive you away, buddy. Okay. As for this, what are we doing here? I'm going to go another Visionary. I'm sorry, I got distracted there with chatting. I'm not even sure where we're at. I'm gonna do Visionary and try to keep pushing towards finding our Ugin. We're gonna hold back though. Do we want to trade anything for that? Nah. Hey, Gadrak. Where's Meshach and Abednego? How much mana we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. We can do 4, 3. Edge the kitty? Nah, why do we need to edge the kitty? Like, nah. Let's just build our own forces. We get to draw twice here. I mean, remember that we're drawing when we play these 4s? Ooh, that's a reason to hold before we play another 4. Oh, thanks, auto tap. I let auto tap get me there. We could have played an Arsonist. I don't mind having the dude back to block, but certainly wanted to play the Arsonist. The thing is, I even stopped to look at it and thought with what I was doing it was going to do it right, and then it didn't. Well, at least they're kind of priced into taking out our Uprising in response to casting one of these cards. So let's drop Gadrak and then say goodbye to our Uprising. And what have we got here? We've still got 4 mana left. We have a instant speed Soul Seer, so double blocks are fine for us. Maybe we send now Ogre at least. Oh yeah, Avenger has tons, produces tons, right? So so we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, thank you, 7 mana. What do we want to do with all of it? I'm gonna go like this. Hunter's Edge, Sorcery. Do that. All right. Sorry, I was playing under clock pressure there and just started casting stuff, but it was enough for Oppo to give up. So pretend it was perfect. Hey, it's a win. Yeah, I felt like an early scoop, Rob. I certainly wasn't expecting to win on the spot there. Chill, you got it. Sorry, Mama.
All right, everyone, chill.
It's like a good start here. We can try to get our Kitty Lord going. Might not play it first, though. Might start with a 2-power creature until we find actual card draw. Although we might draw a Llanowar Elf Duder, in which case I'll wish we had Jolrael out. And since we can't attack into a 1/3 anyway, I've now pivoted back to casting the rare in hopes that we find a card draw spell off the top. Hey, look! Sometimes I'm a little prescient. If we change it to that, Mensch, we'd never get to use it, because I never have to tell you that. Except it came up once today. Gotta use memes that get a lot of replay value. Well, we were debating that. How much card draw do you need before you'll play this? Chat is kind of in the mindset of this format is so aggro, it's a 2-drop, so you need 0, right? Right? Like they're really that's the kind of feedback I was getting from chat on this card. It's like almost doesn't even matter, just get your 2s. So now we're racing this Angel, and I'm going to do so with some ground attacking. If I attack with a Visionary, we reduce our mana. We still have a 2-turn play if we want it. I'm also worried about the open mana here. I'm not going to send the Recluse, because I think they'll probably try and do a destroy target tapped creature. Although, frankly, we don't have any other drawing on the horizon. Maybe sending this in to get killed by a premium removal spell is actually good at this point, since we got some value out of it. Yeah, actually, given that we're racing an Angel here, I'm going to go attack with everything and double spell on these 2. Oh, sorry, I thought that was a... Wow. Well, you heard what I intended. That was just a stream misclick. Obviously not my plan. I thought I had these selected for attack. So instead we'll do Ogre plus Mutt. So it's the if I'm going to mess up, that's not a bad place to do it, because this was really a close call anyway as to whether we should do this anyway. Yeah, exactly. So East is like, you screwed up and did the better thing. Actually, we can probably go Kerr. Yeah, we want to go Kerr because we can pump it next turn and still drop a Magmut. Yeah, we do want to keep cards in hand for the 4 green, but not here. Like, we're not going to not deploy our threats now. We'll try and build up a hand later, but I can't see sandbagging now for that. You don't even need much in your hand before this is going to improve all this stuff. What I'd really like to do is find one of our removal spells for this angel. That's kind of our problem right now, because we need 2, like with the Savior. Savior is real good. And putting us on a tight clock here. Oh, does the Seer get around indestructible? Yeah, you're right. Seer gets around indestructible. Cool. I forgot that it had that clause. Yep, yep. Sending the stuff that can trade. True, David. It was a tough cut, but we also have stuff doing that job, and when we have removal for this, we just got to find it. I'm going to pump twice and play the mutt. Kerr showing its value. I was ragging on it a little bit during the draft, and some people were like, it's not bad. There you go. Although historically this has been bad. We've seen this card before in many formats, and it has been bad is too strong. It has been under average, below average. It would be a better way to put it. Bad is too strong, but historically this type of card has been considerably below average, but it is apparently trending a little above average in this set. Or maybe it's trending average. Do you think it's trending above average? I don't know. Well, I'm going to play the... this is where... Yeah, we have this ability, but we can't even activate it until we have the 6 now. So we could make all these 3/3s. Is that fast enough? We could at least attack with this stuff first. Not going to ping this time because I think we're going to send in everything except the visionary and threaten the 3/3 action. You don't want to send, you don't want to threaten 3/3s? I like the 3/3 plan. I'm going to do it. Because either they don't block and we don't have to pump, or they do block and they're going to lose to our pump, their threat. So I'm going to do it. We got mana open though. We'll see. And now we threaten 4/4s next turn, and they've got a real problem. Yeah, we got there. Raced the angel. Because then they are 2/2s. Magic John asks, why not play the other land and attack with Visionary 2? Because then we are down to 2 cards in hand, and they become 2/2s, which is not good enough. So let's take another quick look. This was, again, a controversial build. Thanks Thank you for that sub. One thing, you know, the observation that we're weak to flyers was made pretty clear in that game. We could bring in the obviously worse Sage for the better Dreadmaw to maintain our 4 power count, but give us some literal reach. Thanks for that sub, G-Guards. Appreciate that. Yeah, maybe I'm just being reactive, but I wanted to come look. If we don't bring in Reach, then we're looking at Hunter's Edge, 3 Hunter's Edge, Shock, and 2 Soul Seer. And Ugin, of course, is our suite for handling that. I think this is actually good, though. Yeah, let's get down a little 1 turn sooner. We don't need 2 Dreadmaws to win. We're cruising towards Ugin as our, you know, as our inevitability. So let's do this. I hear what you're saying, Haj, but we have 5 sources and 2 of them draw cards. We have a spell that finds land. Like, it is a little on the greedy side. I agree, Haj, and maybe you're right, but I like my reasoning here. I think 5 mana creatures is a tremendous amount when taken into account with the card drawing that 2 of them have on it. I'm going to be greedy and keep this. We have rare into Uprising at the very least. I think it's a good one to... Maybe I'll grab a screenshot and we'll throw it at, like, Luis, Marshall, and Ben S. and see if they would run 16 or 17 in this deck. I would not mind a top-decked Visionary indeed. I don't think it's hard to justify at all. In fact, I justified it repeatedly there. Not only do we have 5 mana producing creatures, but 3 of them produce more than 1 often. Found our red, that's nice. And start getting our action, our synergy on. Yeah, this is like a spacefaring spider. Tapper could be good. We have the Soul Seer for the Snare Spinner that turns this into a 2/3. What's our mana situation next turn? We have a Forest. We can drop a Sage. And then have 2 from the Avenger, which is not enough to cast the Seer, unfortunately. But we're also at 14, pretty healthy, so I'm not going to worry about removal right now. Moore wants Edge, Arsonist. What do you want to kill? You just want to kill this so we can attack? I mean, I kind of like just playing a Sage and getting in. That's what I'm going to do. And any reason to keep up this? We have tap, add 2, and 2 green gets us literal 0, so I'm sending the 4-3. Right on, Tron. May you find the appliance of your dreams. That's pretty intimidating, but we could almost Hunter's Edge it, but not quite. If we draw a card, we can... No, even then we can't. Yeah, we can double Edge, but that seems pretty excessive. It might be fine, though. They're down to 1 card. Maybe it's just time for... Yeah, maybe we just double Edge and accept the... Or Edge Seer also does it. What do y'all like? Let's see. Edge the Spinner, then Edge the Kraken. That's Hodge's line. Oh, that's right. We can. I see what you're saying now. I was forgetting the +1/+1 counter. Yeah, that totally works. So we want it on the... I'm going to put it on the... Got to put it on the Sage. I think we have the edge on this one. Maybe could have just gone in with everything here with them at 14, but I'm playing it safe. I guess if they were going to chump the Sage, we could have sent everything. Yeah, we could also work towards the activation mana here. We can make 4/4s out of everything this turn. Shrink this and bump these. Oh, they're base, so this would even stay 6/6. That's funny. So yeah, now we're just going to send in everything and have our pump. Yeah, I'm convinced. Honestly, I thought the 4 green was pretty throwaway. I really didn't think we'd be using it that much. That was part of my evaluation of this card, was that I was thinking of it as a 1/2 that sometimes could make me a 2/2, and that that I really wasn't going to be using that that effect much. Partly because we're trying to ramp out, you know. So what often happens with an effect like that is that, yeah, great, you've got 6 mana, but you've got 2 cards in hand. So like, I was totally down on that ability mattering, but it has mattered a lot. Yeah, deck is doing some good work here and hasn't even sniffed the Ugin yet. There it is. I smell something. All right, here's Hodge shaking his finger at me. Mr. 16 land, no mana creatures in sight, Ugin in hand. But still going to make this work. Still defend my decision for 16, but still curious to see what better players than me would think of it. So I think I may try and share this deck on Twitter later and see what some of the pros that I know and that we all know might think about the land decisions in this one. Hey, look, it's a mana dork. No, I don't want to attack. I'm going to save the Arsonist. That's going to get shocked. But we're going to Visionary first. Wouldn't mind a land instead of a Sage right here. We do get Pteranodon plus Shock, though. Oh, you want this rare text? Sure, sorry. Harbinger, Hexproof from black. Also, I'm going to shock this before they untap. Let's not give them a pump there, or a ping. We could send the Arsonist. If they block, we can just shock the Harbinger, which would be a better target. We don't have anything they can kill with their Arsonist, so I'm actually going to send the Arsonist, see if they want to... You say save shock, Haj, for what? You don't think Magmut's reasonable value to get with a shock? Well, I'm going to try to get the Harbinger with the shock. All right, I'll save the shock. We can at least take a... We don't need to prioritize it immediately. We can take a ping from the mud or two. We can give it a turn, you know, like, it's worth maybe a couple damage to at least give it to the end of their turn here to see. Only for some, Mensch, only for some. Yeah, nothing to do about it. So in this spot, we are going to block and pump the Cur and try to keep them to... Does this have trample? No, so... Close. We're almost like only needing to use one creature on it. Pump won't kill. I'm just talking about double blocking. We put Visionary and Cur on and kill it. Or we can put the Visionary in shock. The trouble with, yeah, I guess since it doesn't have trample, we can just do Visionary shock. You don't want to lose Visionary, but we can't... I'm going to let this time... We have one more hourglass. Then I mean... If we let it hit, I mean, they're going to draw a card. So are we giving them cards? Or are we losing our mana? I mean, I'm not worried about Ugin right now. Gotta kill it. I think we gotta kill it. A lot of interesting decisions all over the place in this event so far. Highly controversial draft and deck building into some controversial decisions during play here. We're going to use the track down to look for land, of course. Well, how about we keep the Avenger, and then if we get land next turn, we could also put it all down and just try to find the land now. But I think we want to keep the tracker and try to just hard cast it next turn, or we just bottom all and cross our fingers for a land. Maybe, I mean, we're at 19 and they're down to 2 cards. We're not under a ton of pressure here. But I will look for land directly. It would, even if we miss here, we've had a pretty good track down, right? Leafkin on top is defensible, but I still think we just need to find actual land. And there it is, hooray. Getting pinged steadily by the mutt here, because Oppo has a better memory than me. But I didn't see an attack I liked there. Let's see, what do we have at 1? We don't have anything left at 1, so it doesn't matter what we keep up here. Yeah, right, if we find land, we do have Cur activation. There we go. Nothing to cast, though. And Cur, very unlikely to be activated. That's why I didn't think it really mattered. I mean, we could send in the Cur and trade for an Arsonist at this point if we wanted, and then we could start sending in our Arsonist to threaten the mutt. Maybe I should just... But yeah, we just have some big stuff coming up. I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, we don't really need to attack because damage from the creatures that are on board right now is not the relevant factor in this game. Us going Dreadmaw into eventually Ugin and Sage is what's going to be relevant here. Bolt Hound stays back. That's awesome. Boy, we sure have a lot of mana. We might cast Ugin on time-ish. Sage to leave up Pump? Nah, let's just get our big boy down. We're gonna get an Ugin scoop next turn anyway. And let's see, let's read Ugin. For those of you who don't know Ugin, 8 mana, 7 loyalty planeswalker, +2s to Lightning Bolt, -X's to Wrath, everything of CMC X or less that's not colorless, and then who even cares what the rest is, because you win off of those 2. Unbelievable, we don't have 8 mana. are we just gonna plus? That's an interesting question, because if we play the Sage here, we can just minus at 4 and wipe the board except for Dreadmaw, Sage, and Ugin. I think that kind of wins. But we're gonna start here. And I'm not gonna attack with the Dreadmaw, because again, I'm just gonna... looks like we're gonna get to Ugin here, and once we get to Ugin, we kind of can't lose, so I'm just playing to that. Because if I minus Ugin, I don't want to kill the Magmut, I want to play it after I minus. Which maybe means I should figure out whether I'm plussing or minusing right away, but I do like... my plan is to minus. -3 on Ugin wrecks the world and still keeps Ugin at 4 loyalty. Yeah, but minusing kills everything. Surion says plussing kills anything. I say minusing kills everything. Although maybe we just never will. Because now I like Hunter's Edge on, say, the Magmut, and then we have good attacks. And we want to make a 3-power attack. We can put it on the Cur even. And if they want to trade both their creatures for the Cur, that's fine. Even send Arsonist 2. Just looking. Yep, everything but the Visionary is correct here. Working it out. It's funny, Dynamo, your typo got filtered out anyway. People can guess what you... There you go. All right. Sorry, yes, we'll pump. Dink. Oh no. Watch, now they're gonna scoop. And we wanted you to play Ugin. Suffice it to say, I will be plussing for the Lightning Bolt now. Well, revenge on the Führer, at least. Alright, Ugin scoop incoming. Also, it is just literally lethal. We kind of resolved an Ugin. How about, yeah, we can go 03 to 7-0. That would be interesting. Keep. Need that third land, but then it looks great. Uh-oh. Really need that land off the top here. Really need it. Ugh. Ouch. Super ouch. Literally nothing here is what I would have cut for an 17th land, by the way, though, so it's not even a data point on that. But we will get rid of Ugin, because seems pretty far. Greedy keep? 26 lands. It was not a greedy keep. It was a no-brainer keep, actually. It was truly a sneep. Maybe not no-brainer. That's maybe a little bit of... I mean, you need to think it through, but I think if you look... if you stop for a second, really think it through, it's pretty easy keep. Yeah, Uprising goes, because we're not going to have time to land it in this world. I think you're right. Surion, if you'd cut Gadrak... Are you joking? You'd really... Of all the cards in the deck, of all 24 cards, you would cut Gadrak for the land? Seems very wrong to me, but we're not out of it yet. We're going to kill the battalions so they can't get any more. We're going to take 4, and then we're going to hope to find a land, and then just play blockers. You're angry? Oh. Oh, sorry, Honk. Sometimes our favorite games make us wonder why we play. Sounds like you had that experience today. I didn't go for the first striker because this guy was going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I thought we had enough time. I mean, the... I guess now they can pump it to 6/6. If we go Visionary... Yeah, this is going to be tough. Thanks for the sub. Yeah, that's true. We can hope we can hope for the land miss. Yep, I think we gotta hope that they miss a land drop. All right. The attack makes me nervous, but we will block the obvious. All right. Don't say... Evil Honk, I'm sorry you're having a rough day, but when you find yourself telling yourself things like, this random chance thing in the world never happens for me, you're being a pity party sad sack, and you should... No, it's okay. I want to help you, though. Just... You can vent. We all need to vent. Everybody has seen me vent. I'm not going to tell anybody not to tilt about Magic. I tilt all the time about Magic. But I do want to say that if you find yourself tilting in a way that's always and never, then you're not doing yourself any service there. You should scale it back and at least have a realistic perspective about it, right? The statistics don't care about you. It is not... You don't never get a wild card. The system is not looking at your account and saying, let's not give Honk any wild cards ever, right? So just keep your venting within the realm of real, and then you'll find a lot of sympathetic ears around here. Well, what you're saying is, Evil Honk, I wish the system gave more wild cards. The idea that you specifically are being screwed over by the system is just short-term variance at most, or your perception at probably, right? So That's fine. If you're saying I wish Wizards would give more stuff, well, we all do, but just don't fall into the trap of woe is me, always me, nobody else, just me. I am a special bad luck person. You are not a special bad luck person. You're not. Uh-oh, can't keep this. Snulligan. Well, this doesn't look amazing, but it's certainly keepable. I think we let go the Arsonist. If we find our red, we have the shock to handle small creatures. So this is kind of the job of this card. I didn't record the loss. Got to acknowledge the loss. Yeah, I'm going to play Recluse. We may find the 2-mana Scry draw card that would actually trigger this in a useful way, whereas there's really no draw in the deck that allows us to, like, attack with a Pteranodon next turn. Obviously, a mountain is the best draw in our deck. We're hoping for that. We are unlucky. Wow, we're way behind. I knew we missed a land drop. I feel like we've missed 7 land drops. Oppo dropping 5 drops, and we're still sitting around. All right, I'm going to move on. Mulligan, missed 2 land drops. Call it done. That was not about our choice to be 16, though. All right, we can keep this. Track down to find land, which again is part of how we are not short on land in the deck. And I will look for prioritizing mountains here. And what of these do we want? We might want all 3. Hunter's Edge, we're going to drop the Avenger. Yeah, I think we like all of this. I like the Edge, too. Removal's good. My decision, my 16 decision is a lot of my cube instincts. I can't, and this is not cube, and our ramping isn't as good as the ramp creatures in cube or whatever, but as an extreme example of this type of deck, in cube, you will find me playing 16 lands in decks that have three 8-drops, you know? And let's see, no counters yet. Interesting. Surprised they didn't make a... Yeah, is that a misclick? I guess we just kill the Mentor before things get out of hand, and then we'll get to this. The thing is, we could go Avenger into Dreadmaw, which would be nice, but I don't want this thing to take over. Let's not be greedy. Hey, and we still get the Dreadmaw next turn. I forgot about that. If we want to use up the treasure, which we probably do, we can just still run out of Dreadmaw if we want. And yeah, I want. Training, solid, but I like where we're at, obviously, here. We're gonna Hunter's Edge. Oh, my goodness. That works, too. We get both of those. Although this doesn't even do much, honestly. Maybe we, yeah, can't quite hunt with Jorl Rael. I think we want to edge with Dreadmaw. Why do you want to edge with Gadrak? It can't really attack. I'm going to go Dreadmaw. Ah, you're trying to be safe about it. Do you mean similar in name or similar in effect? And yeah, there's a Joriel. Joriel, or yeah, J-O-R, I think is a magic pronoun. Proper noun, I mean. It is true, Honk. If you're a brewer, that is something we talked about, and it's something R&D pressed on the Arena team about, actually. I remember Aaron Forsyth was the first person to, when we were discussing how we were going to approach crafting, card acquisition, etc., the big problem with any kind of dust or wild card system, all right, we got there, is that it values all rares and mythics equally. It treats them as the same price, and the nice thing about real-world Magic economy, the paper game, is that you can find 25-cent rares and mythics and have fun with them, right? You can actually play on a budget, and you can build on a budget. And unfortunately, we are not in a world where we can do that on Arena. And we talked about some ways to mitigate that, but without introducing an actual secondary market in your system, it's tough, because then you start having to look at card popularities. But you can do things like, and they've done this. One thing they've done here and there, but it's impossible to, like, it's the scope is just tiny compared to what's possible, is basically making brewer events where if you play in this event, you can win 4x of less popular rares. But they haven't done that in a while. They did it like literally like a year and a half ago or something, and I think they've given up on that that type of thing. They could do custom trades, but that is a can of incredible worms that basically I don't think they're ever going to open for Arena. Anyway, let's go back here. I'm checking chat, but we'll get back to battling. We are at our max losses, so any loss and we're done with the event. But at 5, I'm already happy with where we're at, so hooray. This hand is sweet. And we're on the play. Could not be better. Curving Pteranodon into Ogres into our, hopefully, Avengers. All right, into our Avengers. Hang in there, Honk. We'll see you next time. Remember, it's supposed to be fun. Boo! Oppo ruining our fun. Looks like we're in a mirror match here. Wonder what Oppo will come back with. I 100% agree with what you just typed, Mensch. Hey, this is the 5-win bracket. We're gonna keep offering them, though. I guess we should go cut to 15, right? We could just offer this trade, given that they may be able to prowess and 1-for-1 this Avenger anyway. And we also already have the 8 mana necessary for Ugin, so we don't even need the Avenger for Ugination. So I'm going to offer this 2-for-1 to Oppo here. Yeah. Are we really going to win a race firing this off for 8 mana every turn? I mean, if we draw nothing but lands, it's our choice. It's our only choice. And if they leave us free to attack for 4, then yeah, maybe. Of course, we're still 2 turns away from getting that unless we leave this up. Which now maybe we have to block Visionaries and Pride Malkins. But it looks like they're going for the kill. Yeah, I'll block here. We're going to need to make some trades. We don't need this mana anymore. We've got this Punisher that's going to be somewhat trouble. Kind of like Ugins are out here. Uprising, you are wildly late. And here's the downside of Uprising. It can be just 3 mana do nothing, which was, of course, Mensch's concern with this card. All right, Ugin. Come on. We haven't really gotten to Ugin. Ah. Well, that's kind of funny. This is a great way to end this event. After all the debating we've had today, after all the things we've been discussing about this. Well, I don't know. You tell me, Mensch, because I was never not going to play Uprising. You tell me what this was supposed to be. But probably like the Colossal Dreadmaw #2 or something like that. Yeah, Pride Malkin, something like that. Yeah, this was a good, fun run. I'm not salty at all. We got good results out of the event. We had good fun, good talking, good educational day of Magic for all of us, and a reasonable comeback from the 0-3 start.
You're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead and out of this world.
However, we are dead. Let's see, did I save that one? We still have a little time. Or maybe I didn't. Last modified. No, I didn't. Oops. Still kind of want to try the other one anyway. Maybe I'll start by saying goodbye to YouTube friends, and then we'll figure out if there's any more playing we want to do. Thanks for hanging out, YouTube. We will catch you next time. Have a great day. Be well.